Hi, this is Little Dwarf playing games while rambling incoherently into a microphone. Why? Well, just because I can, and I continue with Fallout 2 Blind. I'm still here in New Reno, trying to acquaintance myself with the heads of all of the local crime families, and I'm at the Salvatore's bar, so... How do you go to the bathroom in that thing? That man doesn't seem to glance up at you as you approach him. He's staring at the wall behind the bar. So, have you heard any good rumors? He gestures for you to shut up and let him drink. Okay. What's your poison, pal? What's on the tab? Not much apart from drugs and alcohol, I guess. How do you go to the bathroom? How do you go to the bathroom? How do you go to the bathroom with that thing on? It seems the only thing they are all interested in. You're done walking in the wrong place, Tribal. Get. Now, what's behind that door? Sarcastic. Behind that door? That door right here? Well, that's Mr. Salvatore's room. Now beat it. Look, dipshit, do you still want to have your job tomorrow? I have some info about one of the other families in Reno that Mr. Salvatore is going to want to hear, so let me speak to him now. To be honest, I don't think I have that info, and I don't know if I want to work for any of them, but I guess I can check what kind of requests do they have for me, because while I'm not interested in being part of the organized crime, in principle, in practice, if they all work against each other, then I might play them off against each other for a time, and then eventually just destroy them all, and get some experience and some money in the process. I will ask what kind of a job they want me to do, and if I disagree with it on like a moral level, then I will just not do it, as is the case with the assassination of the NCR congressman, for example. Look, dipshit, do you still want to have your job tomorrow? I have some information on the other families in Reno that Mr. Salvatore is going to want to hear, so let me speak to him now. His face reddens and he suddenly speaks to the air. Excuse me, Mr. Salvatore, this is Mason. This man says he's got something you want to hear. He pauses, listening to something you can't hear. After a moment, his teeth clench. Mr. Salvatore says you might come in, Trevor. Thanks, assholio. I'll be sure to mention your manners to Mr. Salvatore. He stops you and looks. Look, he leans in and lowers his voice. Some ground rules, boy. Don't waste Mr. Salvatore's time, and don't give him any bullshit or he will answer to me. Understood. I ain't done yet. You show him respect, call him Mr. Salvatore at all times, and when he talks, you shut up and listen. Understand? Understood. You see Louis Salvatore. This elderly man looks up at you. His faint face is gaunt and covered with liver spots. He is holding a breathing mask, which is connected to an oxygen tank by his side. What do you want of me? I have information for you, Mr. Salvatore. Takes a deep breath from his mask and shakes his head. You have nothing that I need to know, Trevor. Now what do you want of me? I don't recall introducing myself. How do you know my name? Looks at you silently for a moment. He might be either amused at your question or irritated. It's hard to tell. Again, Trevor, what do you want of me? Okay, it's probably not the best idea to ask about the source of their laser pistols, because it seems to be like one of the sources of their strength, and I doubt he would answer such a question. Mr. Salvatore, you have a reputation for strength and fairness. I want to work for you. Takes a breath from the oxygen mask, then gives you a slight smile. Of course, but I require a token of your good faith, a sample of your willingness to work for me. What would you have me do? There is a man who has used his skills with cards to rob me. The sum is trivial, the insult is not. I want him killed. and the money he has stolen returned. Who is this thief? A Mason will have the details. Nods at the exit. Go now. Okay, I have to pause for a second, so I'll be right back. Mason will have the details. He nods at the exit. Go now. Thank you, Mr. Salvatore. I will go ask Mason. Okay, I'm not... That's kind of what I was worried about. I'm not interested in being a hitman for the crime families of New Reno. So I don't think I'm going to do those quests, because I don't know who that person is, what he has done really, if it is a murder-worthy kind of offense. I don't think so, especially because, for all I know, him cheating at cards might be just an instance of him winning when he was not supposed to. But about time you showed up, boy. That bum that stole from Mr. Salvatore, his name is Lloyd. Mr. Salvatore wants him dead, and the money he stole back. When you've done the job, report back to me. Think you can handle this? Wait, already took care of it? What? Where can I find Lloyd? He's been laying low. Tracking him down is your job, boy. Best bet? Best bet? Check some bars along the Virgin Street. Lloyd might be running after the hustle there. Okay. What does Lloyd look like? Lloyd? He's about average height. White, brown hair. Last I saw him, he had a tan shirt, a dark brown scarf. He probably ain't changed his clothes since I last saw him. Okay. How much did he steal? About $1,000. Now look, this ain't nothing to Mr. Salvatore. He's got a policy with regards to people who take anything from him. If I were you, I would remember that Mr. Salvatore is going to want every chip back. Okay. Why aren't you tracking down Lloyd? I've been keeping my eyes open, but Lloyd's pretty careful about keeping out of sight, from Salvatore eyes anyway. I'm betting the boss figures you might have better luck, being new in town and all. Alright, I'll go and check. Of course, if you're implying I ain't doing my job, then you and I are going to have a discussion up close and personal right now. Mr. Salvatore ain't going to ask what happened to you or to your sorry ass. This conversation is starting to bore me. I'm out of here. This is going to end in a fight eventually anyway. Like, I'm not willing to commit murder on the words of this Salvatore guy. Like, did I ask this guy for a job? I did. This is the bishop, right? Yeah. Okay. Like, again, this guy also wants me to murder someone. This is not going to happen. Like, I could, you know, I don't know, do some reconnaissance for them or peddle some drugs or whatever. I guess I could do that. But I'm not about to commit murder just because they told me to. So, in fact, it's much more likely that I'm going to kill them. I'm going to go back here and ask Jesus Mordino what's his job about. I have some questions. I'm looking for a job. It checks you over and then nods. We're always looking for new blood, especially new blood that's willing to spill blood, you know what I'm saying? Go upstairs and talk to my pa. Tell him I sent you, and maybe we can do business. Okay. Okay, Goris is right in my way, which is pretty annoying of him. You have returned. What is your business with me? I've spoke to your son, Senor Mordino. I'm looking for work. He studies you. Very well. I have work for you. Take this package to the stables north of Reno. Give it to a man, Ramirez, and return. What's in the package? It's not my... probably not my place to ask, but I will anyway. I doubt they are going to kill me for it on the spot. What's in the package? I do not pay you to ask questions. Well, that's what I figured. I will go there now, Senor Mordino. Head up north up Virgin Street past the casinos. Follow the trail that leads outside of town. You will come to the stables. Now go. Oh, just straight up. You've come to the stables. A new chain link fence surrounds the two farm section entrances. This is the box you retrieved from Big Jesus Mordino to give to Ramirez at the stables. Okay, sure, this sounds kind of like... I can do it, I guess. Oh. I guess they are experimenting on people here. The results from Jet Beta are very promising. Okay, again, this is disgusting to me. I have a sudden urge to kill them all, and I probably will, eventually. Yes, what is that? Excuse me, I have work to do. Yeah, to be honest, I'm not about to do this. Like, what does it even contain? It probably contains some stuff to torture the people with, like, I don't know, new drugs to test on them. I'm just going to murder them all, is kind of what I think is going to happen. You encounter a gang. Well, no really, not interested in that. You encounter a pack of wolves. I understand it's a little anticlimactic to not do any of the quests from the crime families, but I really do not feel like it. Like, I don't feel good with the thought of committing murder, or worse still, like some human experimentation on the words of some random crime bosses in New Reno. Like, to be honest, if anything, I will either leave them alone or kill them, like the crime bosses, and let the people of New Reno sort of sort it out. I don't think it's going to be much of a what's the word? To be much of a disadvantage to the people of New Reno. If anything, it might allow them to accomplish something better than being ruled by the crime families, but on the other hand, as I said, it might also lead to chaos and anarchy in the streets, because there is no government body of any kind in New Reno. So, I don't know. I guess I still have one family to talk to, the Wrights, so I will do that. We'll see what they will have to say. But generally speaking, I just... Oh, that's some pretty serious lag right there. Generally speaking, I just can't be bothered to work with any of them, because I don't like any of them, and I think they are probably all scumbags. Like, people who are nice don't go into organized crime business, obviously, for obvious reasons. So, like, some of them sell drugs, some of them experiment on people, and I suppose all of them are probably scumbags to a different level. This old man pushes his broken glasses up his nose and sighs in exasperation. Yes, what is it you want? Come on out with it, man. Who are you? Me? Well, I'm just Jolly Saint Nick, you cranially challenge half-wit. I'm going to let that comment slide this time. But who are you? He glares at you and then snorts. Name's Renesco. Tell me what is it you want, you, whatever it is you are. He squints at you. You look like one of those sun-worshipping primates under all of that get-up. I'm from a village northwest, Arroyo. And glances at you in silence. I think you would like Arroyo. It is a peaceful village, except for the plants possessed by evil spirits, and of course the Temple of Trials filled with those deadly spear traps, and the man-eating giant ants, and also the fact that it's completely destroyed, and everyone is dead, or kidnapped by the Enclave, which is weird that my character doesn't say. Continues to glare at you. And sometimes the elders get upset over little things, like that one night when I ignored my vow of celibacy and snuck out with Rainia, whose legs crush you with the strength of 1,000 snakes, to the Arroyo Canyon. Gives you a withering stare. It was like yesterday. Rainia's bodies glowed like silver in the moonlight when she knelt down and... Hey, you know what? You might like the elder, she's about your age. Continues to glare at you as if he could somehow make you disappear just by imagining it hard enough. Did I mention Arroyo was founded by my ancestor, the Holy Vault Dweller? You made a legendary journey from the south after defeating a great evil. Puff up your chest and stare proudly into the distance. Now I am the deliverer of my tribe, chosen to search for the Holy Gek, which again, I already do have, and it's kinda weird that the game doesn't acknowledge it in any way. Gek, as in the Garden of Eden creation kit, comes with a basic replicator unit, holodisk reader with selection from the Library of Congress, and a little pen flashlight. Yes, but those are not important right now. I haven't finished telling you about Arroyo, which again is already destroyed. Your backwater herb-smoking village, be damned, and you with it. Why is a primate like you looking for a Gek? Well, Arroyo, my backwater herb-smoking village, as you said, is having trouble with its crops. The Gek is needed to restore them. Again, I already have the Gek, and the crops are a non-issue because everyone is dead or kidnapped by the Enclave. It sure could do that, easy, if you could find one. Don't even know where you would start looking, NCR or Vault City maybe, but I doubt they would have one still. Still, those self-righteous bastards might be able to point you in a direction if they speak slowly and use small words. Why would the Gek not be in the sacred Vault 13? The scriptures say that the Gek is sealed within the sacred vault. He glares at you. It looks as if he's undressing you mentally, then tearing you limb from limb. Okay, never mind. I'm looking for some mine parts for Broken Hills. So, well, I need the parts to fix the air purifier in their mine. Zeus sent me. He said, the canaries kicked the bucket. And? The second part was... The second part? He didn't say anything about the second part. That low-down bastard. Just testing you, there is no second part. Well, if Zeus sent you, I suppose I have some parts to spare. Here you go. Don't drop them. Okay, thanks. You have an interesting vocabulary. Are you from around here? A person's past ain't a smart topic of conversation here in New Reno. Now, what is it you want? What do you sell? I sell recreational chems mostly. That's why they gave me that idiotic appellation, the Rocket Man. I also sell some caravan supplies. You need anything You need anything, or can I get back to something important? A Rocket Man, huh? And know the line in that Elton John song? Rocket Man, burning off the they're at home. What is he really saying there? Okay, first of all, it's weird that my character even knows about Elton John's songs. Like, what? That's kind of a random reference, if I ever saw one. He glares at you, looking as if he was undressing you mentally and then tearing you limb from limb. Okay, what do you have to sell? Oh, you have some stimpaks too. How much for this? 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 Super stimpak. And all of your money. Okay, I'm overpaying a little for it, but to be honest, I have so much money at this point. Sure. Let's do it. Okay, so we have the parts for Broken Hills then, which is great. I have also some skill books. Let's be on my way. Okay, I'll wait until the morning, because I find the darkness to be a little irritating. Okay, this just looks like a random crack house. What the hell were you taking to get covered in metal like that? Anybody in that thing? What are you? Some kind of a rowboat? Rowboat. Okay. New Reno arms. Okay, so this guy sells weapons. Welcome, Mr. Eldridge, the name. You in the market for some iron to fill that holster of yours? Depends on what you're selling. Here at New Reno Arms, we have the latest personal protection devices to stop any yellow-bellowed son of a bitch. Death in his tracks. He smiles evilly. Do the Salvatores buy their light-bringers here? He blinks in surprise and then laughs. No, those weapons are something else, ain't they? Sure, they would like to get my hand on one of those. Check out the range, power, fire rate. Stares off into the distance and then sighs. I think I have a laser pistol? What if I offered to get you one? He squints at you as if deciding whether he can trust you. I wouldn't say no if you did it quiet-like. I'd pay you for your trouble, assuming you didn't cause any. No trouble at all, I already have one. Here you go. You have delivered a laser pistol to Eldridge. Gain 500 experience points. Well, piss on my back and tell me it's a rating. Gives you a bunch of chips and then takes the pistol. Damn strange looking thing, innit? Examines the barrel. Okay. Can you modify or upgrade weapons? Sure I can. Glances at your equipment. But you don't look like you have anything I can tinker with. Bring me some virgin normal pistols and rifles and I might be able to help you. Okay. So, I don't know if you can help me, but I'm looking for something special. Oh, Jules told me to come here if I was looking for weapons. Jules sent you my way, huh? About time that lazy bastard did his job. What can I do for you, mister? I don't know if you can help me, but I'm looking for something special. Oh, we've got a discriminating customer, eh? Well, at times, some prize pieces do make their way down through town. Take this, for example. He holds up something odd. Genuine pre-war technology. And it's something? Something it is, alright. Can I take a look? It's a complete circuit board. A memory chip is set into it, and a number of computer connections are on the side, including an input and output. Printed on the board is Vault-Tec voice recognition module. Okay, so this is for the death clause in Vault 13. Vault-Tec, this has to be important. How much? 3,000 bucks. That's a little steep. How about 1,500? 2,500. That's my final offer. Okay, here you go. Smiles and rubs his hands as you lay the money on the table. Alright, here you go. Anything else? Yes, I will check your stock. But before I do...
What you be needing?
Oh, actually, do the spirits have anything to say about New Reno?
Spirits be willing to talk. What you want?
What do they tell you about this place?
This place is full of poison.
Okay.
What you be needing? Spirits be willing to talk.
What do they
What
talk
you
about?
want?
What do they tell you about our chances?
This place is full of poison.
Okay. I want to take some stuff for barter. I need to buy just for Kathy. Kathy, yes. So let's give the rounds to Cassidy before I forget about it. Where is he? I guess it's easier if I just change the map. Anything wrong, sir, mom, whatever you are? Must be hot in there. Man, I got to have some kind of a... I got to have some of that shit you're taking. You're looking like a big metal thing. Okay, here is Cassidy. So, have this. And change your weapon. What is this place? Looks kind of like a church. You see Father Tully. Greetings, my son. What is it Father Tully can do for you on this fine Reno night? It's actually daytime, Father. Must have overslept. Would have noticed otherwise. What is it I was saying? Are you drunk? Certainly not. In the past, I was known to indulge in the spirits, but the Temperance Union has helped me break that filthy habit. Temperance Union? Now I'm on a straight and narrow, thanks to Mrs. Wright. Bless her soul. I've been clean for almost a month. Or was it a week? Oh hell, I don't know. Dry as sand, huh? How many fingers am I holding up? Is that 6 or is it 3? Very good. Both of those are right. Say, I have some other questions. Questions? I can't say I know too much about them. But ask anyway. Can you tell me a little bit about New Reno? Well, Reno is, well, yeah? Pardon me for asking, but you happen to have a bottle on you. I need something for the services and my throat is a little dry. No, and generally speaking, I would say it's a very bad idea to give alcohol to an alcoholic. Anyway, not on me, I'm afraid. Alright, no harm in asking. So, who are you again? Maybe I'll come back when you're sober. Okay, so he wasn't very useful. But, oh well. I was here. So I guess that's it for this part of the town. Let's continue by going this way. This is, I think, the last part of the city I have not yet explored. Yeah, I think so. Okay, nothing in here. You see one of Wright's sons. Don't step on any of the little ones with that armor on, you hear? Aren't you hot in there? Don't step on any of the little ones. How do you go to the bathroom? Who are you? I don't know you, my dad doesn't know you, and if you don't start explaining, it ain't going to matter. Who are you? I'm Keith Wright of the family Wright. Now, you're going to tell me what you're doing here? And what is this place? This is the family Wright house. Now, tell me what what you're doing here. I'm looking for a job. Is Family Wright hiring? I don't know if it'd do any good, but I guess I could ask Pa. If you could, I would appreciate it. Hold on, he knocks on the door behind him. Pa? He sticks his head in, there's some mumbling, and then he comes back. You can go in, but watch out, Dad is in a pissy mood. Okay. Wrinkles cover this old man's face. It looks like any expression other than a scowl is foreign to him. Only a few brown hairs are left in his thick grey hair. Start talking, Tribal. Who are you and what do you want? My name is Trevor. I'm interested in a job. No shit, he sneers. Well, pleased to meet you, Trevor. Glad you stopped by. Damn neighborly of you. Sneer crumbles into a frown. Looking for work in Family Wright, huh? Yes. So happens my family is Family Wright. Blood thicker than water and all. He scolds. What makes you think I would want tribal trash like you in my family? I got all the hitmen I need. Give me a test then, let me prove myself. Studies you for a moment. Alright, maybe you're not being in the family is a good thing. You got children? Not to my knowledge. One of my sons, my boy Richard, passed away recently. Chem overdose. Jet. How can I help? I want to know what the dealer gave. I want to know what the dealer gave that shit to Richard and forced him to take it. Every time I send my boys to find out, they turn up nothing. Maybe somebody who ain't got right blood can get some answers. Forced him to take it? So he thinks it is a murder, basically. His face turns red. My boys are clean, and they know to stay away from that shit or I'll kill them. And suddenly, Richie ODs. Someone pumped a ton of jet in him, so much the fumes were running out of his nose. Okay, I'm not going to imply his son was an addict, because probably not going to take kindly to that. I'll take this job. Alright, now look, you find that son of a bitch who killed my boy. Don't touch him. Just come back and tell me the dead man's name. I'll take care of it from there. Any leads? No, everybody is too scared to talk. To a right, anyway. If I were you, I would question some of the Reno chem pushers, see what they know, that jet came from somewhere. Any pushers that you suspect? Well, by the way I see it, it's probably a Mordino pusher. That goddamn family controls all the jet in the Reno. I'd scope the Desperado, see what dealers hang out around there. Okay, so find the person who gave him jet, don't hurt him, just come back and tell you, got it. Okay, I might do this, because it seems to be the least ethically suspect. If that guy was murdered, then the fact that he was a gang member doesn't really concern me. Like, I really think somebody should maybe look into that anyway, and at least I don't have to kill anyone. So, yeah, why not? I will investigate that. What do you want now? Can you tell me anything about your brother Richard? Good kid. Damned if we ever find who has done it to him. Any idea who might have done it? Lots of other families sell jet. Could have been any one of them. Mordino's got the most jet dealers though, because they make the most jet. I'm betting it was one of them. What dealers do you suspect? A bunch of them. Jagged Jimmy on the 2nd Street, that old son of a bitch Renesco in the West End, and Jules deals too, on the front of town, but mostly to dumb tourists. Then there is Little Jesus Mordino. Little Jesus Mordino? He's Big Jesus' son, a bastard more like. He might have caught Richard alone and pumped him full of jet out of spite. You're looking for him? Check out the Desperado. Little Jesus hangs out there with his old man. Can you tell me a little more about Richard? Quiet kid, clean kid. Kept out of trouble, and for a right, that's something. We buried him on the Golgotha Plains a while ago. But even so, Mom still doesn't want his room disturbed. It's hard for her to let go. You know? Now, which room was his? Do you think your mother would mind if I looked in there? His room. It's the empty one next to Mom's room, the second one down from the kitchen. As for looking around, well, don't stay long and don't mess the place up, or Mom will pop a clip if she finds out, okay? But there were other questions as well. Buried in the... Oh, it's not a question. Buried in the Golgotha, huh? Thanks for the info. Okay, so I guess this implies I might be able to dig up his body and perform like an autopsy or something. Second one down, so this one. Mrs. Wright jumps. Oh my, you gave me such a fright. Hello again. Who are you? Why, I'm Mrs. Ethel Wright, head of the Temperance Union here in New Reno. And who might you be? Temperance Union? You're a tribal, aren't you? Your accent gave it away. She raises her voice and starts speaking slowly. Well, may I be the first to welcome you in our city. What do you say? Me simple tribal. Me don't understand you. Woman, I am neither deaf nor stupid. I can understand you quite well without you raising your voice. Excuse me, she seems startled. Pardon, it's just that I thought, well, never mind. Let's put it all behind us. What can I do for you? I have some questions about New Reno. What were you saying about Temperance Union before? Well, yes. She wags her finger at you. New Reno is a beautiful city, but there is sin here, much of which can be traced to the evils of alcohol, or, as your tribesmen call it, she pauses dramatically, firewater. You know, we primitives call it alcohol too. The Temperance Union was established to help people turn away from the poison of drink and turn towards more hard-working pursuits. Oh well, how about... New Reno can't exist on gambling and alcohol and prostitution and expect everyone to survive. Oh no, not while Ethel Wright is at the helm. No siree. People like gambling, drinking and whoring. Okay. What does your organization do? Okay, she said that already. Who's all in your organization? Well, good Father Tully for one. Well, Father Tully is the worst consumer of firewater I have ever seen. I almost got drunk just from the vapors. Now you listen here, she frowns. I'm not going to tolerate this kind of slander. The good father has had his struggles with alcohol, but through the help of the Union, he has fought for his soul and triumphed. I know for a fact that the good father runs, not walks, to the nearest source of hooch he can see, if he hasn't already drunk himself blind. Of all the crass rudeness. If you better see me again, you had better pass me by in silence. Okay, that's kind of a problem, because you again, we have nothing to talk about, but I have some questions about the murder of your son. Okay, that's kind of problematic, but it was Richard's old room. Yeah, let's check it out. Hey, I found an empty jet canister beneath the dresser. Some money, a knife. A bunk bed of... Okay, it's pretty annoying how Cassidy's over-encumbered message is cluttering all over the screen. I guess I will have to live with it for a bit. Aren't you hot in there? How do you go pee-pee in that thing? Yeah. That's Okay, so that's exactly what I sort of imagined it working right. It working right. Ugh. That's exactly how I imagined it working like. Actually, I just urinate in the armor and it recycles everything. Isn't that interesting? Do you know what recycling means, little one? Yes, recycling means you drink pee. Not actually. No, actually, it means you drink pee. You drink pee. Okay, keep your voice down, little one. Recycling doesn't mean I drink pee. Well, not exactly. Look. Okay. I guess he's pretty excited about that piece of information, and I can't blame him. It is pretty hilarious from a perspective of a child. Okay. So, have fun with that piece of trivia you have just learned. You should go to play with the youngsters with that armor on. They would love it. Okay. No one in here. Are you looking for your brother Roby? You know, the robot? Oh, never mind. Looking for a car wash? Should go to play with children. Aren't you hot? Blah blah blah. How do you go to the bathroom? Yeah? Who are you? I'm Chris Wright of the Wright Family. Glad you asked. Chris Wright, huh? Say, I run into your mum. He cringes. Great. Did she give you a speech? A little. Do you not like your mother? She just doesn't pay attention to what's going on around her. I love her and all, but sometimes she's as blind as a mule. Okay. Can you tell me about Family Wright? You ain't heard of the Family Wright? You must have been out in the desert for too long. Family Wright is the biggest crime family in Reno. We're going to rule the city. Okay. Really? Sounds like the Wright family holds all the cards. Are you hiring? I mean, the Wright family, my family, might have an opening. I ain't promising anything, but go to the mansions out of here and find my brother Keith and tell him I sent you. Okay, to be honest, probably that would lead to me being offered the exact job I already got. So, can you tell me what happened to your brother, Richard? Richard? Found him dead in one of the gutters, like one of those jet crashes. Near as we can figure, someone pumped him with the chems until he was dead. Someone gave him too much. How do you know he didn't overdose because he took too much? Because he was a clean kid. Mom taught him that much. And if you feel like saying any different, maybe you and I should settle it right here, huh? Who do you figure might have done it? Like what? What? What are you talking about? Who do you figure might have done it? My guess is on the Mordinos. Either one of their dealers or one of the Mordino family themselves. Bastards make ton of jet. Which one of the dealers do you think sold it to Richard? Could have been any of them. Jagged Jimmy J, that scarred prick at the corner of the Virgin Street, or Renesco the Rocket Man, the weaselly old shit who sells jet out of that fortified shell in the west side. Any other dealers? Jules, on the other hand, Jules at the head of town also sells jet, but he mostly sells to tourists. Then there is the little Jesus Mordino. He might have pushed chems on Rich, while Rich was out alone. He hangs out in the Desperado. Okay, hey, man, thank you. You find out who killed my brother, and all of the family Wright will be thanking you. And that's no small thanks, understand? I understand. Okay, so I basically I have to go around and question everyone. Is my takeaway from this. Now, they said there's a cemetery north of town where, or was it south, where he's buried, and I wonder if I can investigate that. You know, investigate his actual body. Hey, you ever kill anybody? Okay, this is hilarious, but probably not the best way to ask that question. Found Lloyd yet? Don't talk to me again until you find Lloyd, or you're going to make me mad. Now do your job. Alright. I am not going to kill that Lloyd guy. I don't even know where he is, to be honest. I don't think I met anyone with that name. Generally speaking, the part with the Wright family, the Wright family job is the only one I'm even considering doing, because the Mordinos want me to kill someone, Bishop wants me to kill someone as well, and one of the other guys, no, the Mordinos want me to deliver a suspicious package to a place that experiments on humans, so I feel kind of bad about that as well. Did you sell Jet to Richard Wright? Don't even try and pin that accusation on me. You want to know who did it? Ask Tweedledum and Tweedledummer if they are still selling Jet laced with arsenic. And can you tell me anything about this empty Jet canister? It's empty. It's a Jet canister like 100 others. Anything else I can help you with? Does that belong to you? No. Anything else I can help you with? Tweedledum and Tweedledummer, who are they? That vulture Jules and that lying reprobate, Jagged Jimmy. Jules is always perched near the entrance to the town, looking for ignorant visitors to victimize, and Jagged Jimmy deals on the 2nd Street to the rest of the New Reno cattle. To be honest, Jules did say you sell bad shit, but to be honest, again, that doesn't mean anything, because presumably they all say that about each other to direct customers more towards themselves. Jules said you sell bad shit. Look, Primate, I don't even know what you're babbling about. Okay, look, I better go. Open your mouth again, and even whisper, even a hint, reaches Mr. Wright that I, or you, might have had anything to do with that boy's OD. Our lives ain't worth Brahmin shit. If that happens, your tribal shit, I swear you will die before I do. Now, for the last time, that kid never bought shit from me, understand? Don't you ever say his name in here again. Oh, or so help me. Can you tell me anything else about Richard Wright? Who did he hang around who might have used chems? You stupid bastard. I told you not to say his name in here. Get out. I'll see you again. I'll shoot you dead. If Mr. Wright comes looking for me, thinks I killed his boy, you'll die first. Okay, I'm going. That was some overreaction. Father Tully is blackout drunk. Okay, this guy doesn't have anything to say. I am kind of interested in seeing if I can find the graveyard, the Golgotha that they mentioned. I think they said it's north of the town, but I'm not entirely sure about that. Now, there's supposed to be a dealer around here. See a pimp. Yeah, you see a chem dealer. And why walk when you can fly? What have you got? Okay, so I guess he's not a talkative one. I know what you're looking for, friend, and I got it. All the jet you need. Because I know where Jules is, but there was supposed to be another drug dealer on the 2nd street, and I think this is the 2nd street. Does this go to the cemetery? Stables? Ah, okay, so it's south of the city then. 2nd street is where I just was, right? So where is that chem dealer then? See a pimp? Oh, Jagged Jimmy J. Okay. This man has a slight facial tic and a scar down one of his cheeks. The scar looks like a knife wound. Brother, I had an eye on you since you walked down the street. You know what I see? What do you see? I see a pilot. I see someone who needs to fly. You just need a little help, a little jet. Jet, huh? And my pilot friend, when it comes to jet, Jagged Jimmy is your man. I've got the best shit in New Reno, pure jet, straight jet, the safest jet. I have some questions. Other dealers, they don't care about quality, but me, I like keeping my customer base happy. And keeping them happy. No, I like keeping my customer base and keeping them happy, you know what I'm saying? It's just the way, the Jimmy J way. Well, it sounds great and all, but I have some questions. What do you say? What can Jagged Jimmy J do for you? How did you get that scar? Well, first of all, you said before your jet was the safest. There isn't any bad jet floating around, is there? Hell, all I'm saying is Jimmy likes his buyers happy and alive. Draw your own conclusions, my pilot friend. Is breathing more important to you than shaving a few chips or of your next jet purchase? Know anything about this empty jet canister? Takes the canister and studies it. Now he sniffs the nozzle and then frowns. Shit, this jet's got rat scorpion juice in it. Whoever was sucking on it ain't got long for this world. He hands the canister back. You gain 500 experience points. You've discovered that Richard Wright was poisoned. It's poisoned? Hell yeah. Gotta be careful in this town with shit like that being passed around. That's what Jimmy always says. Any idea where this might have come from? I don't know. Listen, don't be spreading the word that's mine. If I were you, I would ask Jules and Renesco about it. But he didn't hear it from me, right? Alright, some other questions? You know who gave the Wright kid the jet that killed him? So now it comes out, does it? You want to know if old Jimmy has got something to do with that, huh? No, I was just asking. Fuck you, I sell clean shit. You wanna know who poisoned that Wright kid? And go ask that fool Renesco or that weasel Jules and see what they say. Okay, calm down. You listen, and you listen good. If I hear you were talking shit about me having to do anything with that Wright kid's death, I'll make sure you have a grave in Golgotha right next to him. Okay, I'm not going to antagonize him yet. I prefer to talk to all of them. Although I've already antagonized that Renesco guy to hell and back. Easy, Jimmy. Nobody's doing the talking. But that's actually not all. Because where do you get your jet, Jimmy? Glad you asked. See, all other dealers, they get their shit second-hand, watered down, diluted with all sort of shit. But your jet, on the other hand, me, I got ties to the creator, my friend. I got my jet straight from the brainiac, the living god of chem and compounds, Myron. Myron? His family's Mordino's golden boy. He made the jet. Buying from Jagged Jimmy is like buying from Myron himself, you hear? That's why JJ got the purest jet. The best jet. Okay. I think I could meet this Myron? Hell no. The Mordinos got that boy locked up tighter than a new Reno virgin. No way they are going to let anyone touch their livelihood. You know what I'm saying? I hear you. So how much security they got on this guy? Guards, and more guards, plus the tightest electronic security in New Reno. You'll be unlucky if you even hear about someone named Myron. He's so well guarded. Where exactly? They've got him stationed in that place called the Stables in the north, outside the city limits. I've only been there once. They never let me pass the gates, and I work for the family. Come on, there must be a way for me to see them. Beats the hell out of me, friend. I sell for the boy, and I hardly even see him, about once or twice from 100 yards away. Big Jesus Mordino don't let nobody near him, who ain't tight with the family. Okay. How did you get that scar, Jimmy? Jagged Jimmy's got a lot of love, my pilot friend, but the world that doesn't always love Jagged Jimmy J back, you see? I hear ya. Points at his scar. I got this while I was stopping one ugly son of a bitch from hitting this chick, cause she didn't like the way he was touching her, right? Really? What happened? Gets into a fighting stance, so I step in right, and he pulls a knife on old JJ. I ain't got nothing on me, but my bare hands, right? So he gets a lucky cut before I cancelled his ass. No shit, I don't think I would have had the iron to step in like that. Hell, that man could have killed you. He almost did. You know, when I got into it, I wasn't thinking like I'm going to be the Mr. Braveman and all, but you just did what was natural to you, right? Yeah, I just saw something wrong. I had to do something, right? No way could I let someone like that go on while I was on the scene, you know? You've got balls to do what you did, Jimmy. Most people would have just hung their heads and walked away. To be honest, I have no idea if any of this is actually true, but sure, let's entertain that thought for a while. I like people, and I ain't like it when somebody messes with somebody else just because they can. That shit is just wrong. You're a brave man, Jimmy. Wear your scar with pride. Now, what do you have in stock? Hell, my pilot friend, I like you, so don't be pulling up that barter screen with its fuses and wires and all. Okay, so then how are we going to deal? Look, this is bad business and all, and don't go talk anyone about it, but let me give you some jet between friends. Next time, of course, you've got to pay, but this one is on Jagged Jimmy, right? Okay, what else do you have in stock? You have some stimpaks, I guess, but I can't be bothered to trade anything with my companions to get it. So, I still have jewels to question? I guess I might do. Although this episode is a little too long already. I will question Jules next time and then also the Mordinos. But for now, I'm going to save and end it here. That's all for this one, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.